Henry and Mowers and Blowers. Good morning. Welcome to part 2 of my Pyt9000 lawn tractor pick, fix, flip series. Just got a bunch of reviews in. I get tons of reviews, guys. You guys should watch my weekend product reviews. Some stuff is pretty cool that you guys would be interested in. My third drone. I haven't had very good luck with drones because I always end up losing them. These smart plugs, where you plug them in and then it matches with your Alexa or Google Assistant. Hey Google, turn on the lights. You plug the light in here. So stay tuned for that. And I got a new OBD2 computer scanner from Ansel. I've done a few of these already. So I got to do these. As you guys recall from the last episode, we changed the seat on here. I cleaned this grip, this height adjuster grip handle. Still don't like it. I'm going to pull it off. What else do we do? I'm charging the battery and I'm putting a desulfator on it. See if I can improve the health of the battery. When I put a test charger on it, it said it's only 60% healthy and 97% charged. So I'm trying to get it to be more healthier. We'll see what happens with that. So this grip, it's just yucky, you know what I mean? You guys remember my friend 5-Speed Ash, or better known as Nick from Lindenhurst. I haven't seen him in a while, but he texted me recently and he says, hey, do you have a double stack pulley for a Craftsman AYP under the crankshaft, the engine, double stack? I says, I got like 30. Well, I'm going to come over and get it. I'm saying, sure, no problem. He wants to ask me, how much? I says, come on, you're my boy. Free! That's right, free! But then I did ask him, do you have one of these? And he goes, I sure do. And so he's going to come over and give me that. We're going to do a traderoo. And look at that! He's here! It's Nick from Lindenhurst. Hey, did you get a new car?
Yeah.
Used to be a truck, no?
I still have that. Oh, is the seat cracked?
Seat was cracked. I just changed the seat.
Yeah.
But ooh, do we need some jism? Let's put some jism. Yeah. And we got some jism.
Doesn't match the yellow one now.
No, but neither does the seat. The seat was yellow.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The seat was yellow, but it's all cracked up and stuff.
Yeah.
And damn, this is really hard to get on there. But it's the same kind of seat, you know what I mean? I just siliconed the bottom there because it was like, look, dude, look at the hours. Did you see the hours?
No, how many?
1,360. That's a lot. Yeah. That's a lot. But this is that iron sleeve, whatever.
Yeah.
Cast iron sleeve, so it should last kind of long, I guess. But I mean, that's a lot of hours for a residential machine, you know?
Yeah, the Torah I just sold today, the 2006, it had 112 hours.
Wow, that's like new.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even know if this is on here. Oh, whatever. As long as it shifts. Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
I love it when we trade, man.
Yeah, you got something you needed.
Huh?
You got something you needed.
That's exact. I just love how that works out. Let's go get your double stack. All right. I immensely enjoyed the visit from 5-Speed Ash, Nick from Lindenhurst, the only 19-year-old I know that drives a 7 Series BMW. Look at that new handle grip he brought me, huh? Beautiful. Yeah, and you ready? That BMW, he paid for it with all working on small engine equipment. That's how successful he is doing this. We'll see you later. Good morning. It's the next day. Finished charging up the battery and with the desulfur, and look at it. It went from 60% health to 100%, and now 100% charged, and it now says good battery. This top done battery tester has been really great. So now this battery is in excellent condition. How does the engine sound to you guys? Let it run for a little bit, and then I'm gonna test the pipes and blow some water on there to see if they both smoke. That way you know that both pipes are super hot and therefore both cylinders are running. That clicking sound is the electric PTO moving. The belt is routed wrong. This part has to go to the other side of that tensioner. Might have to tighten that PTO, the electric clutch. This part right here kind of leaks. I'm gonna replace this. Okay, so actually it sounds pretty good. It's been running for about 5-7 minutes. So I'm going to spray some water on the left and right exhaust pipes. First we're going to do the left one. If you see vaporized smoke, then this thing is super hot, which means that the cylinder's running. That's definitely running. Look at that. Water's just vaporized on there. Super hot. Now let's see the right one. Not really. It's not. It's hot, but it's not vaporized, you know, not like that one. So now I'm questioning whether or not, you see? Look at the difference. This one's not really doing that. So perhaps, I mean, this is hot just from the muffler touching it, going up to here. So if you go to the output right here, it's hot, but it's not like vaporized hot. So perhaps this side's not going. What I've also noticed is that when I shut it off, it almost doesn't want to shut off. You got to kind of jiggle the key a little bit. That could be the switch, or it could be something funny about the wires going to the Magneto. Anyway, we'll check that out in a minute, but I want to make sure that this cylinder is running. Let's take the spark plug out. Get a screwdriver, stick it in, make sure the connecting rod is connected, and that we're getting spark out of this. I noticed that this coil attachment to this was kind of loose. But that, yes, it's really loose. It's like really barely on there. I mean, it clicks, but the connection between these two could be intermittent, you know, and therefore not getting, and it's wet. Now I'm going to stick the screwdriver in here and turn the there we go. It's tough to turn with one hand. see if it pushes it out. There we go. So the connecting rod is connected. All right. We want to make sure this thing is getting spark too. We'll connect this back on here again. I'll have to start and see if we get spark. So I think the switch is a little jiggly, but yeah, I was getting jolted left and right, so it's definitely getting spark. I don't know. I don't know why it this pipe isn't as hot as that one. You know what I'm gonna do? Since this is so jiggly, I'm gonna crimp this just a little bit and give it a tighter connection. Ah, that's much better. So we get spark. Connecting rod is moving. Okay, it sounds smoother. Watch when I turn it off. So it takes it a while for it to turn off. Something's up with either the switch or the Magneto wire connections to the Magneto. Before we take the engine cover off and check it out a little bit, I want to show you the new G-Home smart plug. You guys know what this stuff is. If you guys have an Alexa or Google Assistant at home, these plugs right here, this is a dual plug, right? You just simply plug the plug into your wall outlet, right? That's switched or unswitched. And you plug like a lamp or a radio or your coffee maker in it, right? And then you just say, hey Alexa, or hey Google, turn on the lamp. And it'll turn on that lamp without you having to do anything. It has to be equipped that way. Also, you can pair this to your cell phone, and then you can turn it off and on from wherever. If you're in the office and you forgot to turn the lights on and you're gonna be late going home, keep the lights on. So you can just say, hey Google, turn on the lights, or you can control it through your phone while you're at work. Check out this short video, and then we'll get to that. The link is in the description. Go check it out. These right angle ratchets are very useful to get into places where an impact won't go. All right, so look, we took that off. Okay, now that the cover's off, we can get a good look at this. Huh, guess what? There is nothing connected to this magneto. Actually, I don't see any wire connected to that magneto either. What the heck? What the heck? Where is... This is not the wire. Wait a minute, how does it even shut off by itself? Holy cow. What is this? This wire was just hanging in this wiring loom here, and it goes out to 2, which I'm assuming is the magneto wires. One goes to one goes to the other, but they're not even connected. So how does this thing even know to shut off, you know? If you take a close look at this magneto, there is nothing attached to that tab. Not grounded at all. Okay? If you look at this one here, nothing is touching. It's not grounded. Crazy talk. And also, if you look at the gap of the magneto, it looks like it's too big. That could be the reason for maybe intermittent spark, and that's why this cylinder is not getting the optimal use out of it, which is why that pipe wasn't super hot. Wow. All right, so this is kind of tricking me out here. So I reconnected the magneto wires, both of them, but then it won't start. When I remove this one, the one on the right, it does start fine. But now I'm concerned that why is that, you know? So I did some bypassing. This is different than my usual bypass because one of the negative wires actually go to the electric PTO clutch. So that's really confusing to me because I've never messed with it that way. So when I connect these wires, it doesn't start. But if I only connect one of the wires, it does start. I'm gonna measure the air gap on these magnetos because they look a little far away. While I had the cover off, I did replace the fuel line. So I have to sit here and figure this out. All right, you guys ready? So I noticed on the wiring loom going from the magneto to the ignition switch, right? The wire splits off. Obviously the ground wire has to split off into 2, one going to each of the 2 magnetos for a V-twin. There's 2 sets of diodes on the wire, right? Sometimes with heat and age, one of the diodes goes bad, therefore pretty much disconnecting this, right? So I remembered that I had an old wiring for a V-twin diode. I used that one in my box of spaghetti. Remember, I don't throw anything away because I know someday I'm gonna need it. I swapped out the 2 new diodes, and now watch. it shuts off perfectly. And it's so smooth now. So I think now this this cylinder is now working very well. Just for that 1 minute that it's on, it's already vaporizing the water. So I know that this cylinder now is running at full strength. And it does seem immediately smoother. I'm going to check this gap here again. But other than that, we've fixed that problem. You know, I came out here to do the deck, right? Just spent like 2 hours on this thing. But at least we got this taken care of. Engine sounds great. I don't think it needs a carburetor clean after all. Because it wasn't running as smooth as I remembered a V-twin should, I thought maybe the carburetor needed to be cleaned. But now we know what the problem was. It was kind of misfiring off the cylinder because of the magneto. Got the deck off. Engine runs great now. Ran it for a little bit, sprayed some water on the pipes, and they both vaporize equally. So engine's now running super smooth. Everything works as it should. The front of the hood was kind of bent in, so it took a little bit to unbend it and get it right to the clip. So now the front thing is nice and flush instead of pushed in. Put the hood back on. Routed the wires for the lights. One light bulb was busted, and then I found this one in the other one, which was busted. And then when I was doing that, this one busted. So I put 2 new bulbs in there, so now the lights work. Very easy to get the deck off. Really easy. 4 connections on the sides, right? Left and right side. 1 connection on the front. But the front was held up by one of these things. I don't even know what that is. It was jigged. Because I think this the threads are a little bit worn, but I need to find another spacer or a shim and put a true nut on here so I can adjust the front height. You can pull it tighter or looser. So I'm gonna chuck this, and the height was wrong on this thing anyway. As you saw from time lapse, I rerouted the belt. This is the way the belt should be routed. Put tension on it onto the crankshaft thing, and that's how it's supposed to be done. There's a diagram right there. Rust is not bad. I'm just going to scrape it a little bit and prep it for paint, probably on the next episode. When my friend Nick from Lindenhurst came by, he saw this that I didn't notice. You see that? So that is one of the bolts that mount to the thing. But it's rusted and broken. So this front left side of the dash tower is not attached to the tractor. So I'm gonna get my stick welder and weld it. Do a couple of tack welds. Also over here, this is what the deck looks like on the bottom. As you know, it doesn't have any blades. There's an area here. If I'm gonna whip out my stick welder, might as well try to weld that part too. I'm gonna get a piece of metal and just weld it onto there, and then fill the other side with some welds, and we're gonna paint it anyway. Let me try to figure out how to attach these blades. guys, that stick welding stuff is fun. Not too pretty over there, but it's okay. I'm going to repaint it with black. Look at that. Solid. Ain't going anywhere. Got some sheet metal. Look at that. Just blobbed it all up. I'm going to grind that down and then paint over it. That crack is gone. That's what I used right there, guys. This is a Rylon stick welder. And it works great. A lot more fun than flux welding, flux core with the Harbor Freight. This is a lot more fun. But these are bigger blobs. If you need a little bit more precision, then a flux core is where you have to go at. Believe it or not, guys, this is $99. It's so cheap. Okay, there you go. I'm finished. That looks pretty good. It's smooth. When I grind it and stuff, it actually shows all the imperfections of the weld. So just going to do a blob like that. And then when I get the paint, I'm going to paint it mustard yellow all around here. So I'm going to wait on getting the paint first before I start grinding this down and cleaning up the deck a little bit. But I do want to finish off this video by going underneath the tractor, tightening that electric PTO clutch. Holy cow, how about that, huh? That crazy? All right, so there's just a little spacer. The electric clutch is on there to prevent it from spinning all over the place when you pull the PTO. There's a little metal rod that goes in there that catches it so it doesn't spin all around. You know what I mean. Anyway, that thing was just clinking and clanking every time it moved. So I put a little hose right over the thing so it has the space now. It's snug. So now it doesn't make that noise. So that's good. So we did a lot today, guys. Figured out the engine, right? It was misfiring. Figured out that there was no magneto wire connected, you know. One of the diodes was bad, which is probably why they disconnected it, you know. The reason why it still shut off after 2 or 3 seconds is that when you turn the switch off, the fuel solenoid stops the gas from going up. That's how it shuts off. But now it shuts off through the magneto, which is the way it's supposed to be, the switch to the magneto. So we fixed that, fixed the hood, fixed the lights, welded the dash base onto the frame, took the deck off, put blades on there, oiled them, greased them, welded the crack in it, filled it. Now all we need to do on our next episode is do some deck work. I'm going to go to Home Depot and buy some mustard yellow paint. We're going to grind that deck a little bit, clean it up, spray it with yellow, and then fix my rods over here, the height adjusting rods. And other than that, man, I think we're like almost done with it, you know? Maybe three or four episodes total, I think. Runs really well. So thanks for joining me on today's second episode of repairing the Pyt9000. Did a lot of work. The welding is a lot of fun. I enjoy the stick welding much more than the flux core, and it's a lot easier, to be honest with you. You guys should try it. Like I said, that Rylon thing was only like $99. It's pretty cheap. Works pretty well. We'll work on the deck on the next episode, get some paint, and fix up the deck, and then put it on with precision, adjust the heights and all that stuff. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining me today on today's episode. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
My name's Henry. Mowers and blowers.
Mowers and blowers.
And,